Good afternoon and a very warm welcome to this edition of Sports News. I'm Hindol Basu. First and foremost, a quick look through the headlines. Umpire decision review system not mandatory from now onwards. International Cricket Council reverses its earlier decision to go back to pre-June 2010 stand. Indian boxers return after stupendous performance in the just concluded World Boxing Championship. 4 pugilists qualified for the London Olympics. Abhinav Mukund's sparkling century helps India Red record a 5-wicket victory over India Blue in the opening match of the NKP Salve Challengers Trophy. Indian tennis star Somdev Burman loses in the first round of the Shanghai Masters. Spaniard Guillermo Garcia Lopez puts it across in straight sets. And Germany rejoices after Red Bull's Sebastian Vettel wins the Formula One crown. Vettel agrees that it was far difficult from the last year. Yes, we'll start with news from the cricketing world. The International Cricket Council, ICC, has once again reverted back its old stance on the contentious umpire decision review system, or the UDRS. The ICC's executive board has gone back to its pre-June 2011 position, by which the use of DRS will be subject to bilateral agreements between participating boards. This is a turnaround from the decision taken by the ICC and member boards in the annual conference in Hong Kong, where hotspot was made mandatory subject to availability and the use of ball tracking was left to the playing boards to decide. However, the ICC has stated that the DRS would still be in use in all ICC global events, and the international body supports the use of technology. Back home, India Green were batting at 20 for no loss against India Red in the second game of the NKP Salve Challenger Trophy when reports last came in. Red skipper Gautam Gambhir won the toss and elected to field first at the VCA Stadium in Nagpur. The Greens are being captained by Turbinator Harbhajan Singh, and this is their first game of the tournament. India Reds, on the other hand, scripted a victorious start yesterday, defeating India Blue by 5 wickets. Yes, earlier yesterday, India Red defeated India Blue by 5 wickets in the opening game of the tournament. Chasing 275 runs to win, India Red were comfortably home with 15 balls to spare. Abhinav Mukund's attacking century set up a fine win for the Reds, and Riddhiman Saha contributed an unbeaten 65. For India Blue, Pradeep Sangwan took 3 wickets for 61 in 9 overs. Mukund was the obvious choice for the man of the match award.
Before this happened, this was a downfall for Yusuf Pathan, caught by Badrinath at mid-on, and that was a big wicket coming India Blue's way. But after that, there was a good partnership. Maneria and Abhinav Mukund, both the left-handers, were on song. They batted well, used their feet against the spinners. This was the end of Ashok Maneria.
Hits by Piyush Chawla at the end, but by that time, it was too late.
Handshakes all round, congratulated by...
Earlier put into bat first at Nagpur's BCA Stadium, India Blues scored 274 for 8 in their allotted 50 overs. Skipper S. Badrinath top scored with 56, while Mandeep Singh notched up a quick-fire half-century. Manish Pandey also contributed well and scored 45 for the Blues. Pankaj Singh, Bhargav Bhatt and Piyush Chawla scalped 2 wickets apiece for the Reds.
Yes, things are looking great for the India Blues when these two out there in the middle, although they did get their opportunities. But Mr. Cool, Badrinath and Pandey were really making things happen. And the batting power play, this happened. The end of Manish Pandey, and soon
after their astounding performance in the just concluded World Boxing Championship, Indian pugilists arrived in New Delhi in the wee hours this morning. 4 Indian boxers qualified for the 2012 Olympics in London, which is an unprecedented result for the country. Vikas Krishan won the bronze in the championship, while 3 other Indians, Jai Bhagwan, Manoj Kumar and L. Devendra Singh, made the Olympic cut. Our correspondent Tapas Bhattacharya has more in this report.
After a grueling but stupendous performance in the just concluded World Boxing Championship, Indian pugilists arrived in New Delhi on Tuesday morning. 4 Indian boxers who made the Olympic cut were visibly happy with their performance. Teen superstar Vikas Krishnan, who became the second Indian after Vijender Singh to bag the bronze medal, along with teen sensation Devendra Singh, Jai Bhagwan and Manoj Kumar, reserved their place for the London Olympics. Devendra, who got the nod ahead of the much experienced Nanav Singh and Amandeep Singh for the championship, could very well be termed as the find of the tournament. This was the first senior level championship for the 19-year-old Manipuri, and he grabbed it with both hands, securing the quota for the London Olympics in the light flyweight category.
मुझे बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है कि मैं ओलंपिक क्वालिफाई हो गया। अभी वर्ल्ड चैंपियनशिप में तो मेडल नहीं लाया, लेकिन ओलंपिक में मैं जरूर मेडल लाऊंगा। डर तो नहीं लगा, लेकिन मुझे पहले उतना नहीं पता नहीं था कि मैं सिलेक्शन हो जाऊंगा, कि मैं पहली बार के में आया। पहली बार मतलब जब सिलेक्शन हो गया तो मैं सोचा कि फेडरेशन ने इतना अच्छा बॉक्सर को सिलेक्शन नहीं करके मुझे सिलेक्शन किया, तो मैं कुछ करना चाहिए।
बहुत ज़्यादा खुशी हो रही है। अब जैसे ओलंपिक फर्स्ट टाइम में क्वालिफाई कर लिया और इसके बाद हमें ज़्यादा टारगेट मिल जाएगा ट्रेनिंग करने का। अब हम पूरा कंसंट्रेशन कर सकते हैं हमारी बॉक्सिंग पे ओलंपिक के टारगेट के लिए।
India's old war horse Akhil Kumar and Vijender Singh though returned empty-handed, but chief coach Gurbakh Singh Sandhu did not seem too anxious about their performance.
What I feel is they've lost to better boxers and it may be an off day, and it may not be their day on that day. They boxed well, they tried hard, but they lost the bout on close margins, and I think it's a good performance. They definitely have taken it very strongly, and I think they'll qualify in the coming Olympics.
With 4 Olympic berths under their belt, the Indian think tank will now focus on the next qualifier to be held next year in March at Kazakhstan. And now that the pugilists are more accustomed to the new scoring system and rule, they will be better prepared to face the challenge. Tapush Bhattacharya, DD News, Delhi.
Yes, Bhiwani continues to live up to its tag of churning out best boxers in the country. If in 2009 Vijender Singh made the headlines by bagging the first medal ever in the championship, 2 years later another Bhiwani boy Vikas Krishnan made the country proud, emulating his senior and bagging the bronze in the process. Our correspondent Tapas Bhattacharya caught up with the 19-year-old teenage prodigy who also became the youngest world championship medalist.
After 2009's Vijender Singh feat in the World Championship in Milan, it's Vikas Krishnan turn in 2011. Now let's talk to the man who has done India proud by winning the bronze medal for the country. Vikas, it's amazing that you won the bronze medal for the country. How does it feel, winning this medal?
बहुत खुशी हो रही है मुझे इस टूर्नामेंट में मेडल जीत के। काफ़ी बड़ा टूर्नामेंट था वर्ल्ड चैम्पियनशिप, जो आप जानते हो कि बॉक्सिंग में सबसे टफ टूर्नामेंट है। मीन्स ओलंपिक से भी इसकी कंपैरिजन होती है, ओलंपिक से कंपैरिजन में बहुत आगे है, तो बहुत अच्छा लगा। लेकिन ज़्यादा अच्छा इस टाइम लगता है जब मैं गोल्ड मेडल जीतता। बाकी भगवान की देन है जिन्होंने मुझे ब्रोंज मेडल के लायक समझा।
अगर बात करें आपके इस टूर्नामेंट में आपने 2 वर्ग की छलांग लगाई। पहले आप 60 kg में थे एंड दिस इज़ योर लाइट वेल्टर kg। तो हाँ, तो इसमें आपको लगता है कि कहीं ना कहीं मुश्किल हुआ आपको चेंज ओवर करने में?
नहीं, जैसे 60 kg में पावर कम थी और स्पीड थोड़ी ज़्यादा थी, पर 69 में पावर थोड़ी ज़्यादा, स्पीड थोड़ी कम है, तो मुझे तो इजी लगा, बाकी कोचेस को भी इजी लगा। और इफ़ द परफॉर्मेंस कम्स इन दैट कंपटीशन बिकम इजी एंड इफ़ यू आर गोइंग टू लूज देन द कंपटीशन बिकम डिफिकल्ट।
ट्रूली। एशियन गेम्स में गोल्ड मेडल आपने जीता था, उससे पहले वर्ल्ड यूथ चैंपियनशिप में भी आपका प्रदर्शन काफ़ी अच्छा था। इफ़ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग, आपने उसमें भी गोल्ड जीता था। तो आपका कहीं लगता है कि ये जो गोल्ड मेडल जीतने का एक स्तर है, एक आपने जो जीते जा रहे हैं, वो एक आपके लिए बहुत फ़ायदेमंद है?
हाँ जी, क्योंकि व्हेन आई गॉट द मेडल आई गॉट आउट ऑफ प्रेशर, और जैसे इस कंपटीशन में हुआ मेरे मेडल आने के बाद में प्रेशर आउटफुल हो गया। उसके बाद तो मीन्स मी हैव टू प्ले माय नेचुरल गेम, एंड जो प्रेशर है वो पूरा हट जाता है। उसका बाद आप अपना नेचुरल गेम खेल सकते हो, जो आपका मन करे वो पंचेज मार सकते हो। कोचेज़ का आपके ऊपर कोई दबाव नहीं रहता, इंडिया टीम का कोई दबाव नहीं रहता। तो मीन्स उसके बाद तो मैं आउट ऑफ प्रेशर खेलता हूँ, और उसकी वजह से शायद मुझे गोल्ड मेडल मिलता है।
इस टूर्नामेंट में नया फॉर्मेट था स्कोरिंग का, कहीं ना कहीं इंडियन बॉक्सर को और आपको पर्टिकुलरली कोई प्रॉब्लम हुई उसके हिसाब से अपने आप को ढालने में?
नहीं, यदि आप कंपटीशन जीत जाते हैं तो आपको कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं होती, और हार जाते हैं तो 100 तरीके की प्रॉब्लम सामने आ जाती हैं। नहीं, अभी तो मुझे कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं हुई, और मुझे लगा कि जैसे मैं काउंटर स्टाइल मेरी बॉक्सिंग या डिफेंस करता हूँ मैं, तो फिर मुझे लगा कि मुझे प्रॉब्लम होगी। जैसे मनोज कुमार हैं, वो अटैकर हैं, उनको प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगी। पर लेकिन शायद उन्हें थोड़ी बहुत प्रॉब्लम होगी और मुझे नहीं हुई।
और इस टूर्नामेंट के बाद आगे की क्या रणनीति है? ओलंपिक्स आपका अगले साल ही है, कोई तैयारी शुरू कर रहे हैं? क्या है आपकी आगे की रणनीति?
नहीं, अभी मैंने कोचेज के साथ डिस्कस किया है, वो कह रहे हैं कि अभी यू टेक रेस्ट ऑफ 1 month एंड लेटर ऑन वी आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट आवर प्रिपरेशन फॉर ओलंपिक। ओलंपिक इज़ द अल्टीमेट डेस्टिनेशन, यू नो। फिर अभी कोचेज जैसे कहीं वैसा करने के लिए तैयार हूँ।
So that was Vikas Krishnan talking to us about his experience and his future plans in the Olympics, and let's hope that he does well in that. This is Tapush Bhattacharya, DD News, Delhi.
Yes, quite an achievement there by Vikas Krishnan. First time an Indian boxer bagging a bronze, in fact a medal as far as the World Boxing Championship is concerned. And besides this, 4 Indian boxers making the cut for the London Olympics 2012. Not only Vikas Krishnan, but there is L. Devendra Singh and Manoj Kumar also made the cut as far as the Olympics is concerned. Moving on to some cricketing news now. Former Indian captain Sourav Ganguly on Saturday stressed that India's tour of Australia later this year would be a litmus test for captain Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Ganguly said that Dhoni faced a difficult series in England where the Indian team failed to register a single win, but his biggest test as a captain would be against Australia when the Indian team travels down under.
Dhoni's had a tough time in England, but we have to back him because these things happen in sport, and hopefully he'll turn around and do well in Australia, which for me is the most important tour for the image of Indian cricket. If India does well, Indian cricket there in Australia, Indian cricket will stay hale and hearty.
Now on to some tennis news. Somdev Devvarman's lean patch continued as he made another first-round exit from the ATP Shanghai Masters after losing in straight sets to Spaniard Guillermo Garcia Lopez. The 84th ranked Indian lost 4-6, 3-6 in an hour and 27 minutes in his opening match. Now the head-to-head record of the two players stand 2-all in 4 meetings this season. Since the Atlanta event in July, Somdev has competed in 7 tournaments, including Davis Cup tie against Japan, and has won only 2 matches. In the doubles event, Mahesh Bhupathi and Leander Paes are seeded 4th and have got a first-round bye. Rohan Bopanna and his Pakistani partner Aisamul Haq Qureshi are seeded 7th, and they also have got a first-round bye. Staying on with tennis, American Andy Roddick prevented his second consecutive first-round exit in ATP tournaments by battling back against Taiwan's Liu Yan-sun at the Shanghai Open on Monday. The 10th seed had earlier been ousted from the Beijing Open in the opening round. In another encounter on Monday, former world number 3 David Nalbandian edged out Latvia's Ernest Gulbis in a move to get into the second round.
Number 74, Liu Yan-sun in the opening round of the Shanghai Open ATP tournament on Monday. Roddick began the match in expected fashion and took the first set 6-2. But Liu then hit back with some incisive returns down the line to take the second 6-3. In the third set, the American battled back, and using his experience, he took the match 6-2, 3-6, 6-2, thus making it to the second round. In another match of the day, former world number 3 David Nalbandian faced off against Latvia's Ernest Gulbis. The Argentine, now ranked number 53 in the world, broke Gulbis, ranked 6 notches above him, twice in the first set and once in the second, to take the match 7-5, 6-4. Sports Desk, DD News.
Well, time for a short breather on sports news. On the other side, we will watch out what happened to Vishwanathan Anand in the Bilbao Masters. Stay tuned.
बचा बचा के छुपा छुपा के बचा बचा के छुपा छुपा के बचा बचा के छुपा छुपा के
पानी की इतनी किल्लत, कहीं ये आपका भविष्य तो नहीं? ऐसे भविष्य से बचने के लिए बारिश के पानी का संरक्षण कीजिए और पानी रखिए
बचा बचा के।
महात्मा गांधी नरेगा यानी मांगने पर 15 दिन में रोजगार, मेरा हक।
मास्टर रोल पे नजर, अपने नाम, काम और दाम की
पूरी खबर।
काम के बाद 15 दिन में पूरी मजदूरी, सीधा पोस्ट ऑफिस में या बैंक के खाते में।
रोजगार गारंटी, जोरदार गारंटी।
Welcome back to Sports News. World champion Vishwanathan Anand was shocked by Levon Aronian of Armenia in the 9th and penultimate round of the 4th final Masters as he slipped to the last spot with just one round to go in the Category 22 Super Tournament at Bilbao. Playing the black side of a Queen's Gambit declined, Anand faced some opening problems, and once he was unable to sort them out, he caved in quickly. Aronian has been on the slump in the event thus far, but when the opportunity arose, he was at his tactical best and wrapped the issue in just 25 moves. On to news from Durand Cup. Churchill brothers cruised into the semi-finals of the Durand Cup with a 2-0 win over Mohammedan Sporting in New Delhi on Monday. The former champions advanced thanks to goals in either halves by Roberto Mendes Silva and Lardenica Ralte. The Goan side topped the three-team group with 6 points from 2 wins, and they now play Shillong Lajong in the second semi-final on Wednesday. In another game, Pune FC defeated Air India 2-1 to top Group 3 and qualify for the semis. Sandesh Gadkari put Air India ahead in the 8th minute, but Paresh Shivalkar and Rawlinson Hugo scored for Pune late in the game to ensure a 2-1 win. This will be the first semi-final appearance for Pune FC in a major tournament. The side now take on Prayag United in the first semi-final of the tournament on Wednesday. In the other semi-final, Shillong Lajong FC will meet former champions Churchill brothers. Several hundred Formula One fans in Germany celebrated Sebastian Vettel's world champion title in his hometown of Heppenheim on Sunday. Many dressed in Red Bull team colours and waving flags expressed joy, relief and admiration for their idol.
I have no words. He made it, and that's what we were all hoping for. He did it again.
I am relieved. I knew he would not be the winner today because McLaren was strong. But I support Vettel all the way.
In the last race, there was 1 point missing, and now we caught up and we are world champion. It doesn't matter whether we are first, second or third. It's the world champion title that counts.
Yes, Sebastian Vettel had, of course, on Sunday become the youngest F1 driver to win 2 back-to-back World Championship crowns. Moving on to football now, amid heavy security, Brazil practiced hard to face Mexico in highly anticipated friendly match in the volatile city of Torreon in northern Mexico on Sunday. The FIFA friendly will give Mexico a chance to showcase their caliber against Brazilian superstar Ronaldinho and its latest sensation, Neymar.
Brazil's national team arrived and trained in Torreon, Mexico on Saturday under heavy security ahead of a friendly match against Mexico. The highly anticipated friendly match between Mexico and the soccer heavyweights Brazil will be on Tuesday. With the game set to take place in the drug-ravaged northern Mexican city of Torreon, security has been a concern for organizers and spectators both. In August, a match in the city was abandoned after a shootout between police and the suspected members of a drug gang that took place outside its main football stadium. Often placed up against soft soccer nations such as Costa Rica and Bolivia, the FIFA friendly will give Mexico the chance to show what it can do against Brazilian superstars Ronaldinho and its latest sensation Neymar. Sao Paulo wonder kid Lucas Moura is another high-profile new face in the Brazilian squad. Sports Desk, DD News.
Meanwhile, Denmark will take on Portugal in a make-or-break decider at Copenhagen today for a place in the Euro 2012 Championships. The two teams are level on points in Group H, and a draw could see both teams qualify automatically, as automatic qualification is guaranteed for the best placed second team.
Denmark and Portugal will battle it out at the Copenhagen on Tuesday to book a place in the Euro 2012 Championship in Poland and Ukraine. The Portuguese and the Danes are level at the top of Group H on 16 points, and a draw could see both teams qualify automatically. Ahead of the match, Danish coach Morten Olsen said his team were confident of winning and booking a place in the next year's finals.
So the spirit is good, and of course Denmark is a small football country, and we have to win with our team spirit, and the team spirit have always been very good.
The match will be important for Real Madrid midfielder Cristiano Ronaldo, and according to Portuguese coach Paulo Bento, Ronaldo has a great influence in the squad.
We work with Cristiano Ronaldo once in a while. It's not like we work with him every day. But we are very fortunate to have him in the team. He's a very good player, very professional. He has a great influence in our squad, and we are very proud and happy to have Cristiano Ronaldo with us.
While Denmark are assured of a top 2 finish, Portugal face the prospect of finishing third, behind Norway, and missing out altogether should they lose in Copenhagen. Sports Desk, DD News.
Well, it's time for another short break on sports news. Keep watching DD News.
ये पानी मेरा है नहीं मेरा है तेरा मेरा मत कर सासू ये पानी तो सबका है थोड़ा थोड़ा बांट लो इसको ये पानी तो सबका है कैसे ये मुश्किल हल होगी हम सबको ये सोचना है पानी बर्बाद नहीं करेंगे थोड़ा थोड़ा इस्तेमाल करेंगे
ऐसे भविष्य से बचने के लिए पानी बर्बाद ना करें और बारिश के पानी का संरक्षण करें।
कल हमारा है। जल का संरक्षण कर हमने अपने गांव की सूखी भूमि को संवारा है। कल हमारा है। अब होगी उन्नत खेती, पशुओं को मिलेगा चारा, रोजगार के मिलेंगे अवसर सभी को, घर घर लौटेंगी खुशियां। ये प्रण हमारा है, क्योंकि कल हमारा है।
Welcome back to Sports News. Juri Ide kept up Japan's domination in the Hyatelco ITU Triathlon World Cup on Sunday with a stupendous showing in all 3 disciplines of swimming, cycling and running that ensured her the world title and made it 3 world crowns in a row for her country.
On your marks.
Japanese women kept up their great showing in the Hyatelco ITU Triathlon World Cup in Mexico, with the 3rd consecutive world champion emerging from the nation, despite 2-time defending champion Ai Ueda not present. The swimming stage saw solid strokes from Japan's Juri Ide, which she followed up with an equally strong performance in the cycling stage. Bermuda's Flory Duffy was the first to cycle off, but Ide did enough to ride in the lead group for the entire race. When it was time to leave the cycles and put on the running shoes, the Japanese was one of the first off the blocks, and she completed the 10-kilometer run by a comfortable margin. She crossed the finishing line in 2 hours, 12 minutes and 52 seconds. Italy's Anna Maria Mazzetti came in second, finishing 46 seconds behind Ide to take silver. This is the 2nd straight World Cup silver for Mazzetti. Marina Damlaim Court of Spain broke through for the first World Cup podium finish of her career, and she took bronze. Ide, who won her 2nd World Cup career title, was elated, and she thanked her entire team.
I want to say thank you to my coach, my family, teammate, staff, many people. Thank you very much.
This victory was sweet redemption for Ide after a difficult season in which she battled a lower leg injury since last year. Sports Desk, DD News.
And in the men's triathlon World Cup event, the title went to gutsy American Matt Chabot, who overcame a bike crash and ascended back to the top of the podium in Hyatelco. This was the 2nd World Cup title of his career and also the 2nd in Hyatelco.
On your mark.
American Matt Chabot scripted the story of the day in the men's triathlon World Cup on Monday in Mexico's Huatulco city on Sunday. In soaring temperatures and intense heat, the athletes ran into the Santa Cruz Bay for 2-lap 1.5 kilometer swim, where Slovakia's Richard Varga set out the early pace and finished the stage first. In the biking stage, the lead group comprised 25 men, including Chabot, Brent McMahon of Canada and Spain's Ivan Rana, among others. South Africa's Richard Murray came into focus once the third stage began, and he was leading by 30 seconds in the run. It looked like he was set to become the second African triathlete to win a World Cup title, but Chabot kept up a good pace and was bearing down on him for a second World Cup title. Eventually, he reeled in Murray and cut his lead in half by the third lap. On the final lap, the American ran away for what turned out into his second victory in the Huatulco and a third straight appearance on the podium.
As I could, and this is what I trained for. I trained for doing well in hot races, but ideally I'd like to do well in the cold races because London's not going to be this hot, so I need to also focus on that.
Murray held on for a silver, his first career World Cup podium. Portugal's Bruno Paes came in third and took bronze. Sports Desk, DD News.
Well, on that note, it's time to call it a wrap, but before that, a quick look through the headlines. Umpire decision review system not mandatory from now onwards. International Cricket Council reverses earlier decision to go back to pre-June 2011 stand. Indian boxers return after a stupendous performance in the just concluded World Boxing Championship. 4 pugilists qualify for the London Olympics. Abhinav Mukund's sparkling century helps India Red record a 5-wicket victory over India Blue in the opening match of the NKP Salve Challengers Trophy. Indian tennis star Somdev Devbarman loses in the first round of the Shanghai Masters. Spaniard Guillermo Garcia Lopez puts it across in straight sets. And Germany rejoices after Red Bull's Sebastian Vettel wins the Formula One crown. Vettel agrees that it was far difficult than the last year. So that's it on this edition of Sports News. Until we meet again, it's goodbye from the entire sports team. Thanks for watching. Namaskar.